Hey, cunts, don't forget to click the subscribe button. So who picked the Jarhead song? The army actually has a marching thing too, but anyway, okay.
Can I play one more? One
Sure.
Scottish one?
Yeah, Scottish one.
Okay. Scotland the Brave is probably the best known Scottish song outside Scotland. Within Scotland, it's a song called The Green Hills, or somebody wrote once it's called A Scottish Soldier. So this is probably the best known within Scotland. I've not played this for a long time. I really could do with a hand, but we'll try it.
That's not gonna work.
And this isn't any fucking firewalk. Great, guys.
Stevie's out now.
Yeah. Jesus. Quite a celebration. But you could see that whereas Edward's face wasn't getting red, because he took it about twice as long as it's supposed to. So that's why youth is wasted on the young. Youth is wasted on the young. Guys and gals, I mean, you've been to the graduation rehearsal a little different because we had kilts on then, for the guys anyway. The gals can wear the same kind of clothes that they did for the last graduation. It's obvious, as I was teasing you the last couple hours, that you wanted to focus in. We didn't do the last two big cases, and we didn't do one other little case, but that's all right, because we want you to leave with all your questions answered. We don't want you to be able to say, if he did answer this, if I just asked that, et cetera, et cetera. Many of the questions, as I pointed out, were, how do I make some money? You didn't say, how do I pull the fucking money out and put it in my pocket, but except for those words, you asked, how do I pull the money out and put it in my fucking pocket? That's what most of the questions are centered around. And that's normal. This group may have been a little more money-centric than others, but it's not easy, and as Roberto will tell you, but it's sure as fuck possible, as long as you don't, as one of the more recent stars, Jason Nagy would say, as long as you don't lose your nerve. And your nerve is because it's lonely out there when you're the only fucking warrior. It is. But that's not an excuse. It can't be an excuse, because as a high-performance person, the old cheap cliche that eagles fly above the clouds, and they do, and they fly alone. That's it. So it's lonely at the top. About 20, 25 years ago, there was an article in Penthouse magazine, and had a girl wearing garter belts, just panties, not a lewd or anything, and a brassiere, and she was the CEO of, at that time, a Fortune 50 company, IT, and the article was about, it's lonely at the top. And of course, a guy looks at this picture, now how can this gal possibly be lonely? But it is lonely at the top. When you're the founder, the chairman, and or the CEO, or one of those titles, and you've taken one of these ideas, And with a motivated seller, as I point out, it will still be lonely. You'll get a lot of fanfare because Roberto got a lot of fanfare after his deal closed. A lot of smoke blowing up his ass, how smart he is. Of course, he likes that, so the smart part for sure. But he did it. He did it. Notwithstanding, I nudged him a little and pointed him in the right direction. It's his deal. He took the baton and he crossed the goal line and made a bunch of money. So for that, I want to congratulate him. Sure.
I'd just like to say thank you. You changed my life. So, unleash the beast, turn the key, open the door, gave permission, whatever the case you want, whatever you want to call it. There's no way I would have done what I would have done without you if I hadn't meet you. And that 1 hour, like I said, to everyone who's asked me, what was the biggest thing, was that 1 hour absolutely changed my life. Thank you.
Well, you're welcome. Very welcome. Thank you. But I'm in the business of changing lives. Maybe I should have been a priest, like I thought. When I pulled out that old rosary, I was thinking about it while you were talking. I'm like this. I wonder where I'd be. A 74-year-old priest. I probably would have been retired by now. And, God knows where I'd be, pun intended. But I enjoy it. And I asked Sally when we were getting ready, when do the customers, in other words, when's the next seminar? When do the customers get here? She says, well, not for a while. You get a little bit of a rest. But I do enjoy it. But what I enjoy even more is living vicariously when you make money. I'd be disingenuous if I told you it hurts me when you fail. It doesn't hurt me like you're one of my kids or one of our kids. But it annoys me when you fail because you have the tools not to fail. That's the difference. You have the tools not to fail. And we certainly have enough success stories. God knows. We've got a bunch of them all over the world. And even though I poke fun at Jason Nagy being down in the rectum of the world, down in Adelaide, notwithstanding me poking fun at him, he did it, he held his nerve, and he did it in a big way. He did it in a big way. And I talk about mice being backed into a corner. If you back a mouse into a corner, it's eventually going to fight. And we have mostly mice, notwithstanding Roberto, mostly have mice doing deals. And I mean that in a positive way, because they're introverts, just like most people. If you had to be a loudmouth extrovert like President Trump or Steve Ballmer or me, my mother, God rest her soul, would say it'd be a lonely place, this world. But you don't have to be like us. We're the anomaly. You're the majority. Not just the majority, you're the vast majority. In fact, you're 98% of the high performers are introverts. And so I want to toast you. Starting tomorrow, you're going to go out there, you're going to cross those gates, and as Anelli and others would say, once you cross those gates, it can be a scary proposition, but you've already crossed those gates once before, and you've taken the right decision to come back and go through this again. Some people would say invest in yourself, and now you really know, you're going to understand why our percentage of success rate is dramatically more high or geometrically higher than the regular seminar. We have a lot of success out of the regular seminar, but the guys that are doing like 24, 25 deals like Marcus and others are just crushing it. And so I to you, go out there, rip their fucking heads off and shit down their neck and fulfill all your dreams. And you're never going to exceed your wildest and most crazy expectation. Cheers. Cheers. See, you clean up good. Telling you. It's amazing how people look in dress clothes. It's just amazing. I think it's black because it makes me look thinner. But it's just amazing. Don't hide back there. My nemesis couple from Canada. You guys and the gals look terrific. They look terrific. And I was surprised when Edward came out with the bagpipe. I wasn't expecting that part. The girls look fabulous. Yeah, the girls look great. Girls look great. Any questions, comments? Good. Good. I haven't been keeping up with the news. I got a couple emails about something. Apparently something happened. No, anyway, it must be something happened to him, not that it happened in the world. Because when you get an email like that, God forbid, some government official or has been assassinated or something like that.
I just want to say something there, Dan. I want to thank you for today, because today, out of all the rest of the week, we all learned something from each other. We learned from the deals we were doing. But today, when you took the time for us to answer our questions one-on-one, was exceptional. It changed our lives.
Cheers. But it never ceases to amaze me how many times I got to explain over finance. I mean, of all the material that we cover, I get asked that more than anything. For all the obvious reasons. Because the overfinance is the money you're going to, not just your pocket, remember, but your board's pocket. And remember, you don't mind eating last as long as you eat most. And but once you pay legitimately, honestly, morally, these directors a chunk of cash for consummating the deal, I mean, they run wild. And Nagy, they run so wild, even the professionals want to bring deals. The professionals want to bring money, as illustrated when we talked to Jason. And it's quite remarkable. And it doesn't surprise me that you kids are being so successful. You're in the right place at the motherfucking right time. And one of the things that you've heard me say the last year or two to the university students, what the fuck are you going to tell your children and grandchildren during the greatest transformation of motherfucking wealth and the history of the planet? What were you doing other than having your thumb up your ass? I mean, this is it. I never thought I'd see the 80s again. This is better than the fucking 80s. I mean, in the 80s, it was just, and again, I get in trouble taking candy from a baby, shooting fish in a barrel. Of course, those are not politically correct statements, but it was like taking candy from a baby and shooting fish in a fucking barrel. But now it's even better. And even, we talk about the various countries, but I mean, virtually all countries on the planet are participating. All. I'm glad I lived to see it, but I didn't think I ever would. I didn't think I ever would. That the only downside, the worry is 95% of all the money is being managed by people less than 30. That's scary. Because for those of you under 30, you probably think you're smart. But for those of us that are a lot older than 30, you don't know shit. You don't know shit. I don't care how smart you are. Yes. Okay, so I want to make a toast to the kids that are managing all the money that they don't fucking bankrupt the world. Here.